Hey guys, so I'm showing you how to feed a continuous flow-through farm. It was pointed out to me by one of my good friends on one of the groups, Keith Reber, that my method of digging out in a flow-through is faulty because it can cause holes and premature fall-through of the material, etc. The correct method to feed a continuous flow-through farm is to basically on half the farm feed about 2 inches thick of material, bedding, food, however much of each you want to put in there, sort of thing. And again, we normally say to put half and half, new bedding and food. So Keith advised, he's a very experienced flow-through operator, that about 2 inches or 5 centimetres thick of material is what we're aiming for. 1 week you go half the farm long ways, so you can see my farm's longest that way, and I've only done half the bed that side. And then the next week you do the other half that you didn't do before. And then what he does, and I'll just check back with him why he does this, is he then flips the next week. He does half the this way, and then the next week half that way. So in 4 weeks he goes around doing one this way, one that way, and then one back that way, and then the next one back that way again as well. Perhaps just to mix up the areas where the food juices are running down into the bedding. So that's the approved correct way to feed a flow through. I am still learning how to feed these flow throughs. It's a big jump from all the other types of worm farms I've had to one of these ginormous CFTs. And the reason I was doing what I was doing before is because in our summer I was trying to load up a heap of grass and cardboard bedding into the farm to get it up above sort of 12 to 15 inches deep to get a good depth for the worms, and they just kept smashing it back down, and the materials were heating up a fair bit, so I didn't want to overheat the worms. So I was sort of doing a little bit of digging out of the older, colder stuff and moving that across the other side, and then putting the new stuff quite thick into the hole I'd dug. But as I said, Keith pointed out that's not a very good way to run a CFT. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys.